Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Sunteck Realty's earnings conference call for Q4 and full year FY23. We have with us today Mr. Kamal Khetan, the Chairman and Managing Director of the company, Mr. Prashant Chaubey, the Chief Financial Officer, and Mr. Abhishek Shukla, the Vice President of Strategy and Investor Relations. Please note that this call will be for 30 minutes, and for the duration of this conference call, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode. This conference is being recorded, and the transcript for the same may be put up on the website of the company. After the management's discussion, there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions. There is a Q&A session. We request to restrict questions to 2 per participant. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Before I hand the conference over to the management, I would like to remind you that certain statements made during the course of this call may not be based on historical information or facts and may be forward-looking statements, including those related to business statements, plans and strategy of the company, its future financial condition and growth prospects. These forward-looking statements are based on expectations and projections and may involve a number of risks and uncertainties and other factors that could cause actual results, opportunities and growth potential to differ materially and those suggested by such statements. I will now turn the conference over to Mr. Khetan, the Chairman and Managing Director of the company. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you for joining Sunteck Realty's fourth quarter and full year earnings call for the financial year FY23. Hope the year gone has been prosperous for you and your family. Now, in the year gone by, we achieved a strong sustained growth in both pre-sales and collections. In fact, on both the parameters, this is our best ever performance till date. We closed FY23 with rupees 1600 crore in pre-sales and rupees 1250 crore in collections. The strong operational performance has enabled us to generate more than rupees 425 crore of surplus operating cash flow in FY23. Cumulatively, over the last 3 financial years, we have generated close to rupees 950 crore of surplus operating cash flow. This has allowed us to not only do aggressive acquisitions, but also enabled us to reduce our already negligible net debt equity ratio in the last 3 years from 0.22 to 0.1. During the course of FY23, we have added 2 more new growth engines, namely Sunteck Beach Residences at Vasai West and Sunteck Sky Park at Mira Road. These 2 new big projects have received overwhelming response from the customers, and the robust demand for recent launches, soon to be launched existing and new project, will enable us to grow on sustained basis, and we enthusiastically embark on FY24. Along with residential, we are also now focusing on building a rental portfolio from our commercial projects. And to mention, we have already pre-leased the entire project of Sunteck BKC 51 at BKC Junction for lease tenure of 29 years. Similarly, we are looking to pre-lease our second project also at BKC Junction, namely Sunteck Icon. Over the now past several years, our team has put in tremendous effort to build the Sunteck brand. Our brand in the eye of our stakeholders is reflective of luxury living and the strong balance sheet with strong cash flows. We will continue to deliver on this and set new benchmarks. I would now like to hand over the call to Mr. Prashant Chaubey, our CFO, for his comment. Thereafter, I would be happy to answer your questions, if any. Over to you, Prashant.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to one and all, and thank you once again for joining us today and taking out your valuable time for this conference call. The financial and operational numbers have already been published on the stock exchanges. I believe all of you must have gone through the same. Now I would like to highlight the key financial and business performance numbers. Our pre-sales stood at rupees 537 crores in quarter 4 of FY23 compared to rupees 396 crores in quarter 3 of FY23, a growth of 36% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Our full year FY23 pre-sales stood at rupees 1602 crores compared to rupees 1303 crores in FY22, a growth of 23% year-on-year. We achieved collections of rupees 330 crores in quarter 4 of FY23 compared to rupees 304 crores in quarter 3 of FY23, a growth of 8% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Our full year FY23 collections stood at 1250 crores compared to rupees 1052 crores for FY22, a growth of 19% year-on-year. Additionally to this, I am happy to share that our pre-sales and collections CAGR for the last 2 years has increased in tandem to 25% and 27% respectively. With respect to the financial highlights, we have reported a consolidated revenue of INR 362 crore in FY23 and our surplus operating cash flow stands at INR 428 crore for FY23. We can now open the forum for questions from the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The first question is from the line of Adhidev Chattopadhyay from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, Adhidev, you are audible.
Yeah. So I have a question on the guidance now for FY24. If you just help us understand what are the planned launches for the year, what is the approval status of the projects which we are planning, and also how would the collections trend in line with the pre-sales growth which you have achieved in the last year. That's it from my side.
Yeah. Hi, Adhidev. So guidance, I would only say that we are confident that we'll continue to last 2-3 years. You have been seeing we have been able to achieve a growth of sustained growth of 20 to 30%, and that we are confident we will continue to do that. And on the launch front, it's like last year, this in FY23 we already launched 2 big projects, which is Sunteck Beach Residence, and we could launch in fact the second project which was in Q4, and in fact in the end of March, towards the end of March 2023. So because of that we could not take the full advantage of obviously the new launch of Sky Park, which is Mira Road, the second project what we newly launched. We are confident this year we will be able to at least launch this, looking at the approval what we have in place, Kalyan project, which we are very, very confident. And with this and new launches of the existing projects, we are confident that we will be able to achieve this growth of 20 to 30% minimum.
Okay, so sales for at least 2,000 crores plus is a very achievable target there, to understand it correctly, going forward.
So I think that should be achievable.
Okay, sir. Yeah, that's it from my side. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the Parvez Qazi from Nuvama Group. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, and thanks for taking my question. So my first question is, the overall demand environment obviously remains good. What is the outlook on the pricing scenario? Did we take any kind of price hikes in FY23 in our projects?
So, Parvez, we are not very frankly looking at any price rise, but we are confident the demand is strong and it will continue to stay. And we have not considered that any price rise which we will be looking at in FY24. So if it comes, it is great. If the market gives us that price rise, And if we feel we should increase, we'll definitely look for it. But otherwise, we have not considered that.
Okay. And a question for Prashant. What would be our current inventory in the ODC and the Naigaon projects?
Yes, Parvez. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, you can answer it maybe a minute or two later. No worries. We can take the next question.
So, Parvez, for ODC, we have 3 projects which are launched: Sunteck City Avenue 1, Sunteck City Avenue 2, and Sunteck City 4th Avenue. Very minimalistic inventory is remaining in these 3 projects as of now because we have sold. Currently, we have the balance inventory which is available to us in these 3 projects put together is close to around 250 crores. That is the number. And for Naigaon, at Naigaon, again from the launched phases, which is Sunteck Westworld, Sunteck Maxworld, and Sunteck One World. These 3 projects put together, we have close to around 400 crores of balance inventory to be sold. When I say balance inventory to be sold, this does not include the balance receivables per this. So these are basically the inventory levels.
Sure.
And also, just to clarify, not the phases to be launched.
Yeah.
In both the locations.
Sure. And can I get a similar number for the Vasai project also?
Sure. So Vasai, only the launched portion I'm talking about, Parvez, again. In the launched portion, we have close to around 600 crores of future sales inventory, which is available with us.
Sure. Okay. Great. All the best for future.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask the question. The next question is from the line of AlphaStreet from Antique Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Thank you for taking my question. So first question is on the commercial side. So you mentioned that in the BKC.
Sorry, your voice is not coming clear.
Hello, is it audible now?
Slightly okay.
Okay. So in the commercial part, sir, as you mentioned in your opening remarks that we were able to lease the whole portion of the BKC 51. So at what rate was it done? So what was the rental for that?
So the rental was like 300 square feet plus.
Okay. And what is the status of the other commercial projects?
So other commercial project is also very close to completion, and we are already in talks. So we are looking to pre-lease that also, which is the other on the BKC Junction, the second one again, same as Sunteck BKC 51. That is Sunteck Icon. The name of that project is Sunteck Icon.
Okay. And rest of the 3 projects that we have, what is the status on that?
Other 3 commercial projects.
Right.
Those we are doing strata sales. We are doing the sales like individual offices. We are selling those 3 projects.
Okay. Got it.
These 2 commercial projects.
Got it. Thanks for that. And second one on breakup of the fourth quarter sales number. So mid-income, can you give the breakup of what was between SBR and ODC?
So Alpesh, Prashant this side. I will provide this number separately to you.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
The presentation we have given, I will separately also talk to you about this.
It's already there on the presentation, I believe.
Okay, I'll check it. And that's it from my side.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is of Pritesh Seth from Motilal Oswal. Please go ahead.
Hi. Thanks for taking my question. First is on, how much was the size of the launch that we had in Skypark this quarter, and in terms of Kalyan, which you're planning to launch, this year, what should be the launch size we would be looking at?
Just 1 second, Pritesh.
So, Pritesh, in Skypark in Mira Road, we had launched the total inventory size was close to around 700 crores. Hello?
So,
Yeah, audible.
Pritesh, total inventory launched in Mira Road was close to 700 crore. And of what we have sold, we have given the numbers in the presentation is obviously till March 31st, which was sold only in the March month.
Sure. And how much was that contribution, if you can just...
So that was close to approximately 250 crore. Exact numbers, I think Prashant will be able to give you after the call. If you want, you can separately get connected. And it's total combination numbers must be there that anyhow on the presentation. It is there.
Yeah. And the launch size that you're planning for Kalyan?
Something similar, 500-600 crores.
Okay, so that would be like around 500,000 square feet, is it?
We can easily look at that size.
Okay. So just a follow-up on that, how should we look at, monetization of, such large project? I think the Mira Road, it's around 3 to 4 million square feet, if I'm not wrong, and, Kalyan would be similar, around 10 million square feet. And if we are launching at for the first phase at 0.5 million square feet, how should we think about the monetization of these two large projects?
So obviously we are looking at all projects. These are huge projects. These are 50 acres, 40 acres. Sunteck is now not looking at taking small projects. Because we feel we like set up a growth engine or a factory production house there for next 7 to 8 years, 10 years. So first launch, we are always looking at anything between 0.5 to 1 million square feet. Maybe we launch 1 million square feet also, but I don't want to overcommit you right now anything.
Sure.
That is how we want to go ahead and build locations where we can be there for 7 to 8 years and change the in that location we command a premium. And that's how we have gone and done. Now we have created almost 6 locations and 6 production house for us as good as. We are looking like a manufacturing facility for us in that particular location. And that's how we want to go about in future acquisitions as well.
Sure, got it. So 7 to 8 years or 10 years should still be the timeline that we should look at. Yeah?
So because we don't want to, and we can buy a raw material without putting too much money on it and hold it for 10 years without affecting the IRR and balance sheet, without putting the balance sheet money. So I think it cannot be a better thing than this.
Got it. Fair enough. That's clear. That's it from my side, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Abhinav Sinha from Jefferies India. Please go ahead.
Hey, hi. Sir, just wanted to check a couple of things. So, on the affordable housing side of the business, how is demand looking like as compared to the overall?
So, hi Abhinav. Abhinav, first thing, obviously, we should understand where we are in which segment, whether we call it affordable or lower middle income group segment. because affordable means whatever we are talking. If we talk the lowest selling price of all our 6, which we are calling 6 growth engines, what we have right now, 6 big large projects what we have, the lowest selling price is for Naigaon, which is almost like 11,000 rupees per square feet, which is more than an average selling price of any Bangalore developer or a Chennai developer or a Hyderabad developer, which is not affordable at all. So which we are now, because the price point when we launched, which was 6,000 rupees. Now what we are selling at is 11,000 rupees a square feet. So now it is, I would put it in that, even that project, which is the lowest selling price, it at a low mid-income group segment. So, and to mention your question, answer to your question, that even that doing well. If you see, the sales are across all the segment, whether we now call it lower mid-income segment or upper mid-income segment and the luxury, uber luxury segment. All 3 segments, we are doing extremely well, and the projects are selling. If you see, the sales are proportionately almost divided depending on the approval and what we have launched first or later, before or later.
Right. Sir, secondly, on when we're expecting, let's say, 25% growth for FY24 on pre-sales, what are the new launches that we should expect to contribute to the same?
So new launches, Abhinav, is obviously one is Kalyan, and we'll see the new launch which we recently did in March 31st, during the end of March 31st, our Sky Park launch, which is at Mira Road. Both these in itself should be sufficient to give us a minimum 20 to 30% growth or 25 to 30% growth. And over and above, obviously, all the other projects, we will continue to do some new launches or the other.
Okay. And so
And
just
any other acquisition, new acquisition will obviously keep adding to this portfolio.
Right. So where are we targeting these new acquisitions, within which geographies?
So definitely MMR region. Nothing. We feel there is enough green in the Mumbai market, MMR market, and definitely we are looking something in more towards the city side now, in the uber luxury segment and mid-income segment.
Okay. Okay. So something closer to the midtown area, is that what you're looking at?
Yes.
Okay, got it. And so finally, I mean, not, sort of dwelling on it, but generally wanted to check that last year we had given a guidance of around 1,800 crores, but we are slightly, short of it. So what are the reasons you would say, and, is it like approval delays were there, and is that a reason, or you thought the demand was slightly lower than what we would have expected it to be?
No, you are absolutely right on, bang on. So Abhinav, obviously, as I said, we were expecting this Sky Park launch to be earlier than March. We were looking at Q3. Anyhow, we managed to launch in Q4, and that too also towards the last month of Q4. So I think that because of that, I think that got short of our target. Because of that, I think, so the approval delays, obviously, which we were expecting in Q3, the approvals came towards the end of Q4.
Okay, so thank you and all the best.
Thank you, Abhinav. Thank you.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Khaitan, for closing comments.
Thank you all for taking out the time from your busy schedule today. In case if any of your queries have been left unanswered, you can get in touch with me or my team. We look forward to your continued support. Thank you once again for joining us today.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Sunteck Realty, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.